So you might not notice, but my pile has gone down considerably. These are going to make great little pockets for putting these in. So I had a couple of leftover receipts, and I realised the receipts were. So that was something to think about. The backs were blank, so that's a good way of using up the papers, and then it's still, you know, part of Ireland. Just to cover it up. You can still see through a little bit, but you can still write on these now, so they just need to dry. These I've got a couple more. I'm not sure if I can do anything with these. I might just use them as decoration, but I'm not sure. A couple more bits there. Like I say, these make good pockets. That is going to make a pocket once this dries. Quite cute. The little tea pocket. These always work out well. They're cute, isn't it? They're cute. See, I haven't had these tea bags. I think they are Irish. Seem to have gold tea, which I have no idea. Yeah, cute little things. I have got some little tea bag tags. These I've were around my key cards, so I've just glued the edge down. I've got a little, I don't know if I can get that one off. No. Anyway, I am showing you names. I'm going to blur those bits out, hopefully, if I remember. 2. This one's a nice one. So, yeah, the Giant's Causeway is part of the National Trust. I'm not sure how I'm going to cover that over. Got some train links. So I haven't really got a huge amount left. I've got some of these fun tags, which they have got on the back of them name and address, but you could use the other side as you could use it to write on. Do I want these? Do they do anything? No. I could use them as a tab though, couldn't I? As a side tab. Yes, it's going down. It's belly band, maybe? That's it, really. Lots of these things. But I might do this for something else. I might actually use this for another something and just put my favourite ones in, maybe. I saw that one. Went to that one. I don't think we saw lots of those, to be honest. Didn't see that one. I would have loved that one. That one, obviously. And that one. So those are the ones that we saw on our travels. So I'll keep those. These ones can go in here because that on its own would make quite a cute little journal, wouldn't it? And I've got that as well. I didn't get to see this, which I'm a bit sad about, but there we go. So I haven't got a great deal left to do. I'm still painting here, here. Just trying to use up my little bits of paint. Nice and slowly. And this green would just go in the bin otherwise. I'm conscious not to paint over this because obviously that's religious place, so ooh, I think we're on a splatter. And ironic that it's a green kind of thingy. Everyone's going, why? What is it? Oh, I have got some. That's okay. That's okay. It's meant to be. Okay. It's getting there slowly. So here is my 2 receipt paper beads, which are understandably quite rubbish. I'm wondering whether I could do something with these. Not sure. They're a bit bland, aren't they? Could I wrap some tissue paper around them? Would that work? Could do, couldn't I? Then I might as well have just made tissue paper beads, hadn't I? That might be an idea, actually. Okay. Okay, round 2. Tissue paper beads. See how much I've got of this. Probably just enough, which is perfect. Haha. I've got paint on my scissors. Of course, it doesn't matter how messy it gets because a lot of this gets written in, covered up, blah blah blah. So make this nice and thick. All over lots. You're supposed to make triangles, but I am just not going to do that. Just going to see how it works out. If I can find my glue. Oh, until I'm back, can't remember anything. Just a little bit of glue here and there to hold it in place. Doop. Doop. Okay. A little bit here and there just to make it a bit thinner in places, I think. Might give it a bit more texture. Okay. So, first one is... The only thing I've just remembered with this, it's going to have to be completely coated to make sure it's waterproof, or at least something proof. It's going to be a chunky bead. If I kind of wrap it down a little bit, so it's a little bit up there and a little bit down there and a little bit thinner here and there. Squish. Squish it and twist it and stick it. Hubby is out there looking at the giant sunflower and he's insisting it's not going to flower. It's got a massive head on it. It's about 5 foot tall. So far, clearly not done growing. But he's like, it's not going to flower, it's too late. Ha ha ha, we shall see. It's probably one of the most random junk journals I've ever made. Pure junk. Okay. Make it gluey. Okay, so I'm going to have 2, hopefully, beads or not. Ooh. This one's stuck in the middle. Okay, I have to obviously make sure I don't glue it to the actual stick. I think I just need to let that dry because it's gone completely. Let's have my hands. Yeah, let that dry. Let that dry. I don't mind that it's fluffy actually, as long as it moves. Okay, it might not work, but I've got 2 at least. Anyway, that is it for today. I have made the cover. I'm not happy with this bit here, but I'm going to put something down there. I have started using up my green paint through the bits that are really thick with paint, and I keep working on those. I'm not particularly doing anything flashy with it. I'm just, using it up. The green, I think that's called fresh artichoke. I've made this kind of like a masterboard with where I went, the trip I took, and some of the receipts. And I found with this, it's quite good to write on top of with a dark pen, and it makes it harder for people to see what is written. So it's kind of like a secret writing, but not very, just enough that people can peek out and find things. Anyway, that is enough for today. I am going to get the washing in, and I might continue with this overnight. Let me see. Well, not overnight literally, but anyway, good night. See you soon. Bye. So here I am, day 2. I've coloured all the pieces in here, the pages. Some of them are stuck together where I didn't let it dry quite so quickly. That's fine, a little bit of holes here is fine. I like the trashiness of it. But yeah, I'm going to continue on with this. It should be on. I think I'm going to finish it today. It shouldn't take too long, to be honest. Hardly got anything left, if I'm honest. So yeah, I have just been on for an hour on a certain website. You can't cancel or change your order, you have to ring them up. So I rang them up and put my order through, or changing my order. If you want to remove things, you can do that, but if you want to add things, you have to go back onto the website and do a new order. So given the fact that my date was on my kitchen's being ordered on a particular time, and obviously that gets fitted as well, I was very concerned that maybe the dates wouldn't match up with the new order, but it did. Anyway, removing the items I had to do online. I had to do on a website, so I did that, and then that took half an hour because of a slight language barrier and a very poor phone connection, and she couldn't do it, so I was there for half an hour. So she passed me on to a supervisor, and I had to redo it all over again. So that was another 20 minutes. I redid it, and then when I looked at, she refunded it, and when I looked at the order that came through the email, she'd actually done it completely wrong. So yeah, I had to do a reorder for that. The bits are wrong. So yeah, all in all, quite good fun, I think. But it's all sorted, so not a great deal of issue, to be honest. I mean, first world problems, if I'm honest. So I'm going to continue adding these little tabs in because I've got quite a few. See, I'm not advertising here, by the way. There is no advertising. Some of these are just really quite nice little colour tabs. That's all I'm doing. So just finishing this, using off some of the things to make tabs. Neon pink, that could be quite good, but I've got some neon pink. 2 different ones. Tabs don't do a great deal, to be honest. They're just quite decorative, but you can just pull them apart. Just helps you flick through the page a bit easier, I suppose. I don't know what's going on with my staple gun. It keeps doing 2 staples. Even though it's clean, I think it's just an old staple gun. I think I might need to treat myself to a new one. I quite like that there. I'll do maybe one there. And after all this, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to tie it. Okay, and I've got one left. Oh, I need to glue that down. Why did that come off? Ooh. Could be it's not very sticky. I'm just trying to use old things up, you know. I can't even remember where we got this. Oh, yeah, I do actually. This is when we stopped in Dublin, I believe. There's a nice little pub. I don't drink alcohol, but they did a very nice ice cold cola, so that's all good. Okay. What did I say I was going to put this one? I need a pinky one. Maybe pink at the top here. That'd be quite good. Down there. Oh. Anybody know why it does 2 staples? Anybody? I think I've got hardly anything left now, which is great. Let me see. Okay, did I want to do any more tabs? Maybe not. I've got some tags I'd like to use. Oh, a circle one, would that make? That makes a nice change. Where could I put the circle one? On there? On there? Not a very straight one. Okay. Did 2 that time, thankfully. So tags can all go in here. I have got tag holders. I have got some more. Oh, I've got a little bit more pink I could use. Because, you know, I haven't got enough. Tag holder, belly band, decoration, thing, tag holder, tag. Another tag holder. And hubby is not very amused because he had his car valeted and they've used I kid it not, a wire wool brush to clean the rims. So they are, well, you can imagine. They were beautiful, very, very shiny, and now they're matte. So that's fun. I might add some of these little stamps. I told you I got this, I think it's like 50p or something. So I might add some of those just for a bit of fun, if I can work it out, she says. And my son did it. Oh. Ooh, yay, that's fun. Okay, maybe a few of those. Not too many. One up there. It's not the easiest to punch. I think it needs a bit more. Nope. Needs a bit more oomph behind it. Like that. That sounded better, didn't it? But it still didn't go through, so I'm not sure. Kind of more tattering the edges, I think. It goes all the way down. But it seems to be a bit bent, so I don't know. No. Okay. First one it did okay. Are they supposed to be bent up like that? Are they not supposed to be flat? I shall look. What do you think? Are they supposed to be bent or flat? Who knows? So, one more tab. Where can I put another tab? Where is it looking a bit non-pinky? There. Now I have to remember where I put my staples. Come on, wherever you are. Odd, because I'm sure I put them in this top one here with all the other bits and bobs. Oh, that was off something. Nope, no staples. Not in there. I did find a bit of wire I can use for something. Staples in here? Nope, no staples. Okay, I'm going to get some staples. Hooray! I don't think I was going to do it though, it's already on there. Am I going a bit mad? I don't recall putting it on there. What am I doing? There. Okay. So let's move that down there a bit more. There. There. Perfect. Okie dokie. So next I'm going to put a closure on. No, I'll leave that till last. I'm going to start putting in my little tag holders. Start filling it up with tags and bits and bobs now. Oh, I don't know why this is so hard to do. It shouldn't be that hard. And if you have hand arthritis like me, this is really hard. Oop. Let's cheat a little bit. It's a bit too much, I think, don't you? So I'll do that one. I should do this one somewhere because there's too much glue. But I can use it as a spreader. Okay, that's my room number. Okay, don't want to cover up that. There's one. Okay. Quite like the glue goes well there. Okay, should have spread these out though because I've got different kind of. There could be one. Put one there. Get there. I'm going to put another little do a little belly band there, even though it's not straight or anything. Okay, and then I'm going to do one here, offside, and then I've got one more piece I want to put in, which I'm going to put, where should I put it? So I'm going to get rid of that extra pin there because it's sticking up for some reason. Do that there, look, I've got an extra little writing place there, so I could do that. I wonder if I can turn that into a flippy thing. I'm trying to use up all the bits of tape, masking tape, whatever tape I've got. This doesn't mean anything, you know. I might actually be winning on this. Woohoo! That's quite a big bit. Okay. Extra bit, perfect. And I have got this, this, one of those, which I would like to put in somewhere, but it doesn't fit in here. Don't think. Nope. Okie dokie. These fit in there though, don't they? So I can put those in. Oh, here's another tag. They do fit in there, perfect. Okay. I like the fact they're sticking out though, so I might tie this on again. That's a bit mad, isn't it? My tea. It's mad when your fingers don't work. So I've got had to write my measurements down for my kitchen on my hand. Okay, it's a little dangle at the back. What else? I've got one more tea bag. Where could you go? Up there. There's a flip tag, maybe. That would work. Totally winging it. Flippy tag holder. Two. So this is one that I'm not going to sell or anything like that. It's just purely for me. It's a trash journal of things that I remember. So it's getting there, look, getting quite big. So that's that done. I have got this little tiny scrap here that's annoying me. It is so small. So I'm going to put that on top of a tab here just to make it a bit different, even though it's not actually a tag at all. Okay. So then I can put that in there. And I've got some, I don't think I'm going to use ink around that. That'd just be a bit strange. However, I've got quite a few of these in there. 1, 2. Oh, that one's a bit sticky. Might have to put something on there. Put a bit of that on there. See if that stays on, takes the stickiness away. Ah. It does. Perfect. So I have got, that's a nice colour one. A few of these all the same colour, so I'm going to do See how much of this one I've got. Literally it's just to make it a different colour so it doesn't stand. So it's not too boring, but I've got to find the edge. Just thinking this is an absolutely great way of doing this, using up, instead of having rolls and rolls, just tiny little thing. And there you go, I've just made it the same colour as well, it's quite funny. So this one needs a little one, that one, and that one. Maybe not that one, it's too wide, is it? Oh, and that's come off as well. I'm really not doing too well. That's my husband complaining about the Alexa. He's going to throw it against the wall. Which he wouldn't. He just asks someone to do it. Okay, try again. I'm not sure if I want to. If I had some like spare ribbon that came with this, I'd be adding some little dangly bits of fabric or something, but I didn't. It's just as it is. So how many more tags have I got? Ooh, hardly any. Ooh, what's this? No, that wasn't off something. I was given some new unicorns and the children play with them and it's already broken, so I've got to try and get the other unicorn back to fix it. But it's stuffed in at school, so I can't. And what's left now? Look at this great big pile that's going down so far. I'm not going to use two of those. I'm going to use one of those to make a different thing. That's my big thing I made the other day with my writing on it. Couple more of those and those, so hardly anything now, look, from that massive pile. So still going through the pile. All those little tags. That could go in there, couldn't it? That big cute one. Please fit. Oh, it does. It fits. Oh. Some more little tags. Just trying to see what fits and what doesn't. So I like the cream over that, and that is nice. Where was I? Oh yeah, filling in. Mild interruption then. So, and these things you just write on the back, so it's quite good fun. Did I have any more tags? I did. On there. Any more tab holders? Tab holders? Tag holders? That's strange. I appear to be missing one from somewhere, unless I've miscounted, which wouldn't surprise me. Two. Ah, missed it. I missed it. Was it just one? No more? Tabs are going down. So this is the letter that I wrote. I'm going to put this in somewhere and fold it up. It's quite stiff. I'm wondering whether I can fold it so I can see the beautiful mountains peeking from somewhere. There must be somewhere I can do it. Would that work? down there maybe. Oh yeah, perfect. Kind of feel that needs something there, but I could just leave that plain to write on. I have got 2 more little tags there. Does that fit in there? No. Couple little journaling spots there. They're going to fit in. They do, just about. It's quite tight, that little band there. Okay. That there. Something else to fill in. I have something to put in there. What can I put in there? Could I write on that? It's a bit boring, that one. 2 little things there. Oh my goodness, I'm done. That's all I have left, is that? And a tiny bit of blue tissue paper. So what am I going to do? No, I'll leave that. I kind of feel like I want to add these on display somewhere. I could... I'll just see if that fits in. Just about. Whoa, that is tight. Just about. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay. This was from a charity shop. So sometimes you see almost full bottles in charity shops. So I'm not averse to taking those. Buying those. Ooh, yes. And now I'm going to have to obviously make sure this dries very well. Actually, what I might do first, there was no glue on that, is no, I'm going to dry this. I'll dry this off screen. And this is dry, by the way, so it's not going to do anything. I'm going to end up with green kind of what's-names. Again, not fussed about what sticks on and what doesn't. Blah, blah, blah. That's perfect, I love that. Okay, and then I've got one here. Did I have another one I could do? I want to see how much I can use that. I think there was only 2, wasn't there? I'm chatting to myself a lot today. I noticed that. Okay, I'm going to quickly dry these pages off, although I could do this and then maybe add that on. Would that look a bit silly? Maybe, I don't know. Two. And I've got glue. And that's sticking out like that. No, that doesn't work, does it? Okay, just going to dry these off. So all dried off, hurrah! And put this lid back on. I don't know why this. Yeah, I did try the gloopy one, didn't I? I did try. I liked, like I said, I liked the precision, but yeah, not so much the having to squeeze it very hard because I can't do, unfortunately. I don't have the hand capacity. Okay, so the last bit is I'm going to thread on these beads if I can manage it. Oh yeah, 1, 2, you might hear some noise in the background. My husband and son has decided to come into the back room. Well, not actually in the back room, but not so sure about these paper beads. I am going to try, but these are hard because I covered it in glue. It's a different way of making them, I suppose. I think with this though, you'd have to be very careful to make sure that they are completely covered because sometimes tissue paper leaks or bleeds the colour out. Okay, and I now have this that I'm going to cut off about. This was come from a bunch of flowers. I think I need about maybe that much. Well, this might not be enough, so let me see how I can do this one. Okay. Make the hole bigger. She says, don't jab it into your finger, whatever you do. Oh, oh, that's a shame. Oh, it come off. At least it glued on. It's gone hard, so that's good fun. I'm going to give this a little re-adhesive again. Just a tiny bit, otherwise I'll end up it seeping through. Give it a wipe, look. The wipey bits. Okay, perfect. Now I've got to figure out how to make that stay in. I did watch it. Perhaps I need to do 2. Still quite tight. I should have done 2 holes, I think that's what it is. I'm being a twit, but I thought I saw one where you don't have to do 2 holes. I need to look at that. I think it was Natasha from Treasure Books that did it, so I need to look at that one. So that's going to be off. A bit weird now because it's not completely straight, but hey. I mean, it's one in the middle and one's not, so. Oh, for goodness sake, come on. Come on! And then I can put 2 in, both into the same hole. You see, I'm very fiddly. Oof. It's like having a baby. Okay. I'm going to put this a bit of here as well to go over the tape, just to keep it safe. Keep my fingers safe. Okay, spin up a bit. Now, okay, that should go. Where was I thinking about putting this? Remember, that needs a bit tidying up. Roughing up, one of the two, whatever you want. Rough it up a bit, rough it up. Stick that down there, I think. Okay, now hopefully the closure fits. Should do just about. Does. Okay, I think I'm done with my really random and very trashy trash book. So here is this is what I've got left. Okay, that's not from there. Oh, I've got one more thing. Could I put that on there? I bet it'll fall off. Just gonna have a go. It's got to be very precise here. And I'm not very good at being precise. Oh, dude, behave. Okay, it's on. So here is what I've got left of all that big pile, literally. That, I think, and those. That's it. But I like these contrasts, so I think these might quite make a nice backdrop for something. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty good, isn't it? That big bag of stuff, that huge pile, has gone into. I've got a tiny little couple of strips, but I'm not going to use those. That huge pile has gone into this water bottle box, beads made out of receipts and tissue paper. That was off the water bottle lid. This was a tea bag tab. This was off some clothing. Got to make sure I've got to get that off. There we go. That's the back of a map I used and sewn together. It's quite squashy. It's actually quite a good size journal, really. Lots of holiday tags, things I used. So plenty of writing spaces here on the back. Here, so tabs. little belly bands, more tabs, some things to drink, some more maps. Yeah, I am quite happy with that actually. And like I say, I've already started journaling in it, so I'm going to fill this up with all the holiday suggestions and ideas that I had, all the things we done, and then yeah, so that's quite a good one. It's quite cute actually. There might be space. I might do another one because I'm popping to Paris as well at the end of the month, so that would be quite nice. But yeah, there we go. Woo, that was a good one. I like that. It was fun. Anyway, thank you for seeing me and staying with me, and hopefully I'll see you again. But yeah, I like the idea of using of not just using tags for the side. You could use, sorry, not just using made tabs for the side. You could use, like, you know, the clothing tags if they're nice colours. That's a quite good idea. Anyway, yes, thank you. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon.